when you approach things from your minute, primitive mind, which we all have, right? You end up doing this.
You think that's reasonable?
You end up, yeah, that's not perfect as it is. You end up butting into each other. But I've found now, even the most extreme appearances that come up, when you approach them from the recognition of awareness, they somehow massage into union. Somehow, right? By an easeful flow. An example, a good example. I gave a talk at the start of this gathering that consent is primary for everything. Hugging, touching, photography, etc. We was all at dinner the other day and it was your birthday and I had a camera and I wanted to capture a photograph for your birthday. And one person didn't want a photograph taken. And I went, oh, never mind, and I took the photograph anyway. And I was the one that gave the talk on to consent. So we had a talk about that and I apologized and deleted the pictures because I said that. There was no stress, there was no problem, I wasn't going, well, that's unreasonable. It's just easeful living. Easeful living. And I said to her, all what happened is I got a bit excited because it was a birthday and the drinks looked really good and it was just like, your location's changed. Completely easeful solution to whatever it is. When you have no attachment because you're resting as beingness, where there is no personhood, there's no one having things happen to them. There's just appearances of pure space manifesting here and now. Then it becomes, there's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to prove. So, and as I said to you before, the most important point, which is where we began this with, is when you recognize perfection in yourself, you start to see perfection in others. And when you see perfection in yourself, you start to feel compassion for yourself. And then you start to feel compassion for others. And you will literally find a million ways to solve every solution when before you might have had one or two, which is to complain or react or avoid, right? And there's so many times in my life where, I'll give you a recent example. I had a gardener come round to lay all of the garden, the turf, grass. He did one small corner in like 3 days. And I could have gone round there and tried to badger him into doing it. And I don't speak Thai, he doesn't speak English. And I just thought, you know what? I got my bicycle, I got my truck. I went 10K to the grass market. I bought like 45 square meters of grass and I laid it in an afternoon. Like it was just such a more easeful solution than trying to get this Thai gardener who's like away with the clouds to come and do him. And like you, like with a Western mind, you must do this. And he's like, I'm just in the now, looking at a flower at the other garden where he works. You know, it just would be a clash of consciousnesses, a clash of ideologies. So I just did it myself.